I'm Garth Fielding. I'm a bass guitarist and producer. On all my passive basses, I was noticing that with all my tone pots, I really had very, very little tonal range. You had your wah wah tone, which is really your bass tone, your muddy bass tone, or your high range tone. And this was the same thing across the board for all my passive basses, regardless of whether they were custom-made instruments or they were production-made instruments. And I realized I spend all this time working on my tone through my pickup and choosing the right pickup and choosing my strings and the right gauges and the right amplifiers and the right cables that I never really thought that the tone pot was really robbing my tone. Well, it was. And it did so to all my instruments. So when I discovered this amazing little tone pot, it's the ToneStyler by Stellartone. What it does is it offers you a direct passive fit out for your tone knob area, goes right in there, and as you see, it keeps all the original look. You don't have to worry about doing any routing, pops right in there, and it gives you 16 preset tones that are audiophile, all the way from the highest trebly tone great, beautiful trebly tone, not brittle at all the way down 16 clicks later to the subtone. All the work I'm trying to do with my fingers as a session musician, using my palm, using a pick, using a mute, this is really self-actualizing the tone of your instrument and your pickup. It will do it for any passive bass, and I use them across the board in all my passive instruments. I get a lot of compliments from the engineers that I work with because it's such a transient, beautiful tone that even in its bright, wide open tone, it's nice and round. What they've managed to do over at Stellartone, is figure out how to do bypass as you go from click to click to click, but always keeping the fundamental of the instrument really strong, and those are usually in the mid frequencies. So it bypasses and reduces certain frequencies. This is really amazing. Now you can hear it, and if I was to play a note, you can hear it go. People think that there's an active circuit in there. There is no active circuit. This is a passive circuit, and they've managed to capture all these fantastic tones and dial them in, specifically 16 tones. Now for this video, it's going to be hard for me to jump from tone to tone to tone for you to hear the difference between each one. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go 3 at a time and play the same lick, and you'll hear a difference in variation from the brightest tone all the way down to its warmest subtone. So in its wide open position, and again, 16 positions in its wide open, most trebly position, and on most basses this is usually a really brittle tone. I've got a great treble tone that keeps a lot of the mid-range punch in there. Great tone. So a few notches down from there, you can hear a tonal difference. Few notches down from there. Few notches down from there. Now what it's doing is it's really keeping those mid-range frequencies intact, even though it's, pulling out the high frequencies. This bass always sounds full and robust regardless of what setting it is, from its highest all the way down to its lowest where I am now. This is really the sub setting. So it's adding like a sub filter underneath it, but it's still keeping those mid-range tones in there, and the tone is really great. So nice Hofner tone. I'm going to open it up again, go 3 going in the other direction to the higher frequencies. Three up again, going towards the treble side. Towards towards the treble side again. Going towards the treble side a little bit more. And going all the way wide open. Now, I'm still getting a lot of throaty tone there. So, an incredibly varied amount of tones from a passive tone pot. I've never heard a tone pot like this. 16 presets from the trebliest tone, which is incredibly usable, all the way through these awesome incremental tones, all the way down to this low sub-frequency tone. Go to the Stellartone website, check out their product, order one and put it in your bass, and I can guarantee you'll be very, very pleased, whether it's recording work that you're doing or live work. The ToneStyler by Stellartone. You should definitely go get yourself one.